All right, we're back. Sister MyRah, Kyer, we in the laboratory, the shrine, the temple. This is my little office, my little room. We appreciate y'all coming over and stopping through. Go ahead, what you were telling me about David and Goliath.
Now, this one you have to show, okay, here we go here.
Y'all gonna like this one right here.
Okay, yeah, and this is it. Now, on November 8th, remember the November 8th. Now, you got to show it like this, okay? Okay. This is actually how that Star of David was sitting in the universe on November 8th, 2003. Let me see. There we go. We want to represent the levels. This one here is Saturn, which represents the Father. Saturn was sitting in the sign of Cancer, the sign of unconditional love, on November 8th, 2003. And then Mama, the Moon, was sitting in Taurus. You see, so we got the mother, we got the father and the mother here with the Saturn and the Moon. We've got this is the sister, Jupiter in Virgo, and the brother is Mars in Pisces. This is the equal level or the mate level here, brother and sister. And here we have the sun on Scorpio, and then we have the daughter, which was Chiron in Capricorn, you see. So we have Jupiter as the sister in Virgo. We have the Mars as the brother in Pisces. We have the sun is Scorpio, and we have the daughter is Chiron. Chiron is the ancient wounds that needs to be healed. Now, the father being in Cancer, the sign of unconditional love, he, in the wounding of Willie Lynch, he got cut off from the family. Okay, they cut him off. They killed off the father. So rather than him staying unconditional in his love, he became conditional in his love. And see, Cancer is opposite the daughter of Capricorn in Chiron, you see. So that means the father became conditional in his love to the daughter, rather than staying true to her value. He has now become conditional in his...
Closer. Let me,
okay.
Give me a little adjustment here.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So the father, let me see this. The father, you see, going up to the opposite end of Capricorn, or the Chiron in Capricorn, which represents the daughter. So when they cut off the father, he became cold. He became conditional in his love, especially to the daughter, where, like I said, now, rather than being protective of her value, he's now exploiting the fact that the black woman has been cut off from a father figure. So now she will compromise her value, for his protection, and he will then, exploit that. We get back to Morgan Freeman and, with his granddaughter. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The father exploiting the value of the daughter, becoming cold rather than protective of her value. Okay? In his wounded state of Willie Lynch, cutting off the father's love. Then the wounded mama in Taurus, the moon in Taurus on that day, and there was a full solar eclipse on that day. So mama in Taurus is the sign of value. So mama in her wounded compromised her value. This is where she became the slave master's mistress during Willie Lynch, you see, compromising her value. And this is how she taught the sister in Virgo, to become polluted in her value. Because Virgo is the sign of cleansing and purification. In the wounding state, she becomes polluted in her value. Anytime we're dealing with earth, and the feminine aspect of this chart is actually dealing with the feminine in earth, which is our value, and the masculine showed up in water, which is love. You see, a transformation of love, since the sun was in Scorpio, the sign of transformation. So it's time for the sons to transform in their love, you see, for the family. So anyway, that was the mother and the father wounding. Then the daughter's wounding, becoming polluted in her value, not staying true to her brother. You see, now the slave master, she's compromising her value through materialism, the boss on her job, or Jesus. You see, this is how she has now put her value materialistically toward those ends and not staying true to her brother. Now he is Mars in Pisces. Pisces is the sign of fantasy. He then went into fantasy land somewhere. You see, the brother have, in Pisces. This is here is the, Pisces is the Alice in Wonderland energy, you see. Fantasy. Went off into fantasy. And see, Mars is sexual energy. So he then went off in not staying true to his sister. He's not defending the value of his sister. He then went off after white women, drugs and alcohol. He went into the land of illusion, which is what Pisces represented, you see, in his wounding state, you see. The sun in Scorpio, on November the 8th in Scorpio, Scorpio's the sign that is low vibration, which he's become controlling and abusive to the daughter. Over here in Capricorn, he's become controlling and abusive because he doesn't trust the mama, because she has compromised her value, and since he doesn't trust the mama, he's now controlling and abusive to the daughter, you see. And then the daughter, Capricorn, Chiron in Capricorn, which is those ancient wounds, the daughter is the only one who has stayed true to her value as a black woman. This is the Cinderella story, as you were saying, you see. She didn't compromise her worth, and that's one of the reasons she has been rejected in her value by the sun, you see. So now these are how we've been wounded generationally as a God family through Willie Lynch. But this is also how those wounds are going to be healed now. Now the father has to come back to unconditional love for the family, you see. The mother has to come back to her value. The sister has to cleanse and purify in her value and stay true to her brother. And the brother has to come back from fantasy land and come back and defend the value of his sister. And then when I asked my spirit, I said, why the Star of David? And the spirit took me back to the David and Goliath story. So the son represents David, you see. The young brother, you see, the son versus the father.
Gotcha.
You see, so the son slaying Goliath. In other words, he's opposite the mother in Taurus. Opposite Scorpio, right? So there was a full lunar eclipse on that day. So this symbolizes the lunar eclipse. But my spirit asked me, how did David slay Goliath? With a stone.
Smooth stone.
So the first earth sign is Taurus, which represents the stone. Taurus is the sign of value. And that lunar eclipse was symbolic of the mama passing the stone of value to the son. He then transforms Scorpio, water, emotionally, you see, and redeems the value of the daughter and lifts her up, you see. Now, the opposite energy of black woman is white man.
Right.
And that's what the wounds with Willie Lynch were meant to do. Keep the black woman down so he can be on top, you see. But by the same token, how do you bring him down?
Put the black woman on top.
Lift her up. So when he transforms emotionally, redeems the value of the daughter, and lifts her up, he automatically takes down Goliath, or the system. That's what this is all symbolic of. And this was what was in the sky on November 8, 2003. You see the wounding of the royal family through Willie Lynch, and how they have been wounded and taken its toll generationally on the royal family, and how now those wounds are being healed and being turned around, and it's all contingent on the son transforming emotionally by bringing his value back to the mama, taking it away from the illusion, like we were talking about with Freddy Krueger, taking the value away from the illusion or the ego, and now bringing it back to the mama, which activates his emotional transformation, redeeming the daughter, lifting her up, and taking down Goliath.
Gotcha.
So that's what was in the sky on November the 8th. This is what I just described when I read the Gemini Gateway.
Okay. So the formula, I'm gonna close this section down and run to the next one.
Okay.
So the formula, since we've already had the symbolic part of it realized to us, when we come back for this next part, I want to talk about basically the us collectively uplifting the black woman.
Okay.
Okay? That's what we're going to talk about when we come back. Collectively uplifting the black woman. That's how we're going to bring down Goliath. Period. All right? Be right back.